Welcome. We'll start with our normal breathing exercise and our hand gestures. So this one is a gesture of wealth. Kubera. I don't even know how you pronounce it properly, that's why I stick with the English versions. And this helps for you, it's your heartfelt desires, anything you wish for, and the things that you've lost that you want. So if you've even like lost your glasses downstairs, or you're looking for a car parking space, you could use something like that. But also if you really want something in life, then while you're doing it, try and manifest, you get to see that picture, see it, smell it, feel it, really sort of manifest that you really want this thing in your life. It can also help to clear mucus in the body. So if, especially around hay fever season, you get a bit, and it helps to drain the mucus away as well. And it's also calming and sensual. So with this, you're bringing your thumb and your finger together, and you're bringing your other two fingers down to touch the palm of the hand. And you're just breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, if you can, or out through the mouth if you have to. And like I said, if you feel that there's something you want, think about that. It's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it's so hard. I'm going back to the start. Take a deep breath in, lifting our arms up, and breathe out through the mouth. Two more of these. And then we're going to bring ourselves into standing. So we bring ourselves into mountain pose, making sure that our feet are in the right position. Our legs are pulling up, we're pulling back with our bridge of our foot, bridge up. But we're also tightening the front of the muscle at the front of the body as well. We're bringing our power to the floor, our abdominals, our shoulders back and down, and our chin tucked in. We're going to do our next stretch. So forwards and backwards 4 times, breathing out. So we take our head down, we breathe out. And when we want to breathe in, we take our head all the way back. And then bring it back to the centre. Tuck the chin back so that you're making the neck nice and long. So then we're going to tip top the head. Breathing out, breathe in, breathe out. 3 more on each side. And bringing it back, we're tucking that chin again, and look over the shoulder, breathe out, and in. When you're ready, bring it. So we're going to do forward backward bending the same thing with our lower body. So we're breathing in, lifting up, pushing back, breathing out, dropping down, bringing it back again. You're going to do 10 of these. So breathe there, breathe in. Bringing it up, taking the arms down. So we're going to do a side to side. So we're bringing the arm up, we're reaching over, we're breathing in, we're breathing out. That's it. And bringing it up. It's like that. Always up the bit. So we're going to turn and we're looking over our shoulder, we're finding a spot on the wall, and then we're turning our head and finding the same spot the other side. We're breathing out, we're moving around. So breathing in and we breathe out and we reach our spot. It's the head that goes first. Now you can go as slow or as fast as you like. I kind of go the way. So it's up to you. So here you go. Breathe out. Breathe out. And then bringing it back, and if your body wants to slow down, it can do. Lovely. We're going to work our shoulders and work the 2 sides of our brain at the same time. Sometimes it makes our brain work weird. If all else fails, just go into circling your arms. This is windmill. You're lifting both arms up in the air. We'll start with our right hand. You're going to follow your right hand, but the right hand's going backwards. But as the right hand goes back, the left hand comes down and mirrors it at the front. You're watching that right hand, and then you're turning and bringing the right hand up to the front, the left hand up to the back, and then you come back to the center. Now we're going to do the other way. So now the left hand is going to go back, and the right hand is going to come forward, palms going down. And then as they swap, the palms change and they go up. And we get back to the center. It's lovely when you're doing it a bit slow. Now we're going to go with it. So you're going to drop, bring it up, and drop, bring it up. So you go slow. Now you can go fast. And then if you really want to go with, you could take it round in one direction. And then take it over. Or just come in. Yeah. It has the same thing as doing that.
I can't do that either. That's why I can't do it.
Yeah, it makes the two sides of your brain have to work together. So it's nice, especially I think you be kind of on a computer all day and the brain's kind of focused. It gets the brain off work. But it also pulls out your shoulders. It doesn't make your brain work, then your brain just goes. So we will use our blocks to create leg swing. And you can use the wall as well. So you can have a wall to hold on to if you feel you're going to fall off. Now the block is just to add more balance. So if you wanted, you could stand on the floor and do the same thing. The block just makes it a little bit harder. I mean, it's starting to work into the ankle, into the feet, because you'll feel it kind of going all mad and moving around. And that's just your body and all them little ligaments trying to keep you in line. If you need to, stand by a wall, and that way you feel you're going, goes at the wall there, you're safe. So with this, finding your spot on the floor, putting on that pelvic floor is really important now. When you're ready, you're going to swing your leg backwards and forwards. And then we're going to swap. So again, making sure that the foot's all nice, all the toes are spread out, we're pulling back with that calf, we're pulling the pelvic floor in, finding your spot, swinging your leg, which will stretch the fronts and backs of your chest. And again, we're bringing it down. We're going to swap. We're going to go in through the outside. So we're taking it across and out to the side. And then we're bringing it down. Swapping over. And out. And bring it down. So this next one works and stretches the calf, but it's also a functional one. So it helps you to go up and down stairs. But we'll start with the hip and then we'll move to the ankle. So I'll work with the hip first. So you're going to stand on. Now flexing your foot, you're going to work this muscle here and you're just going to lift it up and then back down. Now you can place the foot flat on the floor or you can make it a little bit harder by not placing the foot flat on the floor. Just taking it and hovering it up and just trying to lift your hip up. And then we're going to bring it down and change sides. You're feeling the calves in a minute, but it should be, should probably because you're pulling back the calf, it shouldn't be anything to do with the calf, just like your legs straight. It should be big, yeah. So you're lifting, so it's there, and then you're lifting, you're using that muscle here to lift up. So this muscle here, as you take it down, you're stretching it, as you bring it back up, work. You should also feel in that lower back muscle. And then bring it down. You should have felt it in that calf, the standing calf, but it should be more. Yeah, we're going to do the calf now. So this is a step. So with this, you're going to bend your knee and bring your heel down and lift up. So you're bending, bringing your heel down and coming up. And then we're going to change sides. Again, flexing the toes back. Bend the knee and bring the heel down and back up.
There have been some, but I swear
Bring it back up. Now, like I said, these are functional. This is the way we're supposed to go down and step. So this time we're going to take it into a full step. You're going to bring the heel down, move the weight across, come up onto your tiptoes at the back, stretching the underneath of your foot. Then you're going to reverse it, bringing the weight back onto your heel, lifting up. So we're bringing it down. We're rolling the weight over, coming up onto our tiptoe at the back, then over, nice stretch. Roll it back onto the heel. We're lifting up. Down, moving forward and back. Lift.
you can tell it's just and we walk
And do one more. Bringing it in. Let's change sides. So pulling everything in. Bend the knee, step it down, move the weight forward. Stretch the toe at the back. Roll it back. Lift up. and bring it down. Now, what tends to happen is as we get older, we get what's called drop foot. What does that? And then it finds it hard to lift. So people tend to trip over their foot as they get older because they can't lift. We lose that function. And it goes like that. And it won't be until somebody says to you, lift your foot up, and then you see they're going, it won't lift because we don't realise the same like with our spring. We start to lose that. And again, it's one of those things we just don't know. Yeah, well, you start to lose your spring at around 35. You start springing, you start bouncing, jumping, doing all the things we did when we were a kid. But then when we get 50s, you go to walk and you trip over something, but you've lost that spring. So you trip and you can't spring anymore because you've lost. Again, something else we lose is that, the ability to do that with our toes. And again, until it happens, you don't know. Because nobody's sat, most of the time we're in shoes, we put from our shoes to our slippers, we just kind of plod around, but we don't think we got upstairs like this, and then we wonder why we've got bad knees, because we're thinking. So it's all about lifting and moving and using all these muscles that we use. Slightly nicked as well from Tai Chi. Tai Chi is very much that. So,
I would run up the stairs 2 at a time.
that's good because that's the spring. You'll find that you'll keep springing. It's when we lose, it's that losing that spring. And like I said, it's little things. So the foot stops being able to lift, the toes stop being able to bend, and all of these things contribute to the reason that we fall. And when we fall, we shatter out. Once we've hit, especially after menopause. Men do go through menopause just a bit later. They always go, oh, it's a midlife crisis for a man. But it's the same thing. Testosterone levels drop, which then affects the bones, and they still get the same effect as shattered bones. They don't talk about men things that, things for women or men. They get to a certain point and they're like, oh no, there's all about that. Boom. And it's like, no, it's not. People need to know. If you know, you're forewarned, forearmed. So we're going to go into our sun salutation. We're going to spring if you can, but it doesn't have to be a big jump. It can be little bunny hops. If you're going to do bunny hops, or you know you've got a lower back problem, then jump into down dog. And for the first 2, I will jump into down dog and then come to plank, drop my knees and do a nicer version of this. And then the last 2, what we'll do, just do the normal version. See where you want to be. So always, let's bring ourselves to the front of our mat, bring ourselves into mountain. Start at the feet and work our way up to bring ourselves to a nice strong position. Close your eyes if you can, bring your hands to prayer if you can. Take 5 breaths. Only think about you. That actually is today a bit more about you. What do you want? We're going to breathe in, lifting our arms up. And breathe out, take it into a forward bend. You can bend them knees if you want, let your head drop down. We're going to lift the head, Bring the hands to the floor, and then you can little up, come back to down dog, then come over into plank. But if you need to, drop the knees so that you've got a good plank. We don't want you to, so lift your back up a little bit, that's it. Elbows to the front, take the elbows back, and then you can bring the chest down, slide the elbows under, take it to Sphinx. We're going to bring it back down, take the hands back under the shoulders, tuck the toes, push to the knees, and if you can, bring back to down. Look forward and bend the elbows, bend the knees into bear. And then you can do little hops to bring yourself back to a forward bend and breathing in to lift up. So I'm going to do a full jump up back into down dog. Breathing out, taking it down into a forward bend. If you need to bend the knees to get the hands down and looking back. And then we're going to spring into down dog and come forward to plank. Now it may be that you want to bring one knee down. Elbows facing forward, pull them in. Slide through and into Sphinx. So you can lift your elbows a little bit, but without your shoulders coming up. Take it down, hands back, back to down dog. Look forward, bend the elbows, bend the knees. Spring to a forward bend. Breathe in, lift up. Full version. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out the plank. Up. Breathing in. Lift one or both knees to upstart. Breathing out. Down dog. Breathe in, bend the elbows to bed. Breathe out into a forward bend. Breathe in, lifting up. That one, I'm not talking. Oops. Now, so we're going to do back extension today. Back work pulls us into the opposite direction. So again, if you've been sat all day on a computer, you kind of pelvis will be tilted under, shoulders come in, stomach comes down, hip comes down. So what we're going to do is we're going to take everything and take it into the opposite direction. It's not easy, and I want you to rest anytime you feel you want to, but don't push back into like a child or anything. Okay? You bang your arms. And I struggle with that. We're going to work on those today. Well, this is like this is the reason because it's them back things that catch people. So that's what we're going to work on. But as I said, they're not easy. And anytime you get tired, just go flat down. Or go flat on your back into corpse pose, or on your belly, your head down into dark pose. And also always try to make sure that if you're on your front, that you tuck your head in, and it's the front of your head that goes down. That way you're resting that neck, because you'll be doing that an awful lot. When we're going back, what I want to do before you take it back at any point is to tuck the chin in and then take it back. And that'll protect that neck and that area of the spine. But also, I don't want this area to be so stretched You can't talk because it's going to pull on your vocal cords and on your windpipe. So you should be able to get air naturally down there. If it's pulled too much, it will restrict your air and then you'll panic and then you'll want to come out. So we don't want you to panic. Couple of breaths, 5 at the most, rest down. And remember, the breath can be as quick as you want. So let's take ourselves down onto the floor. If the floor's too much, double up your mats so that it gives your knees a bit of a relaxation, so they're not too hard. So we're going into cat and cow, because cat and cow helps to loosen up the spine. Now with it, I want you to think about your hip, and as your hip moves up and down, I want that to then send through your back. So as you're taking it up, it starts at the spine. Then at the bottom, you're taking it the other way, and it should be pushing down. So it's all that spine that's doing the work. I don't want you to watch me. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to feel what's happening with you. Where does it feel nice? Where does it feel weird? So we'll do about 6 sets that's up and down. So in your own time and with your breath, off you go. So when you're pushing into cow, sorry, there shouldn't be a bend in your arm. So you want to try and bring that arm more down. And then try it from there. But sometimes it's just so when you're going down, your head moves up. And then when you're going the other way, it comes the other way. See, that's much nicer on your arms. Yeah. Now it opens and closes not only the spine, so it will do the same thing with the lungs. It opens the lungs back and forward. It gives them a lovely stretch. So when you're ready, we're going to bring it back to tabletop. So it's where your hips and your shoulders feel nice and straight. From here, again with them elbows facing forward, you're going to bring your bum to one side and then to the other. And you're just kind of wiggling your bum and your head side to side. And this, do you remember those snakes you had when you were little? You held it by the tail and put that. This is the thing. It's doing the same thing. It's making your spine kind of just go backwards and forward. Then you come. Used to have them.
I think you're more comfortable that dynamic fit.
Yeah. If you want to do it that way, do it that way. Or see if that one feels a bit better. No. It is better that one. Like I said, you used to have the hand grips because Jazz used to have the same problem. So we got her some hand grips that were more like that. So it held her wrist in this position. So if you find that is better, again, the only thing, trying to make sure that the wrists, the elbows are facing forward. So it doesn't matter where they are, as long as the elbows are facing forward. So we'll take it down a little bit further. Always take your hand back and have a rest if you need to as well. We're going to then work through the lower spine. So you're going to bring one knee in and you're kind of just working that spine round in a circle. You can do about 5 one way and reverse it and then change sides. So you're just trying to get that hip to go round in a circle. And all these doing is trying to just release off all the ligaments that sit around the hips and around that lower back. Make sure that you've changed sides. And remember to take your hands off. And we're just doing one more to free up the upper shoulders and upper body. So with this one, you're kind of going around. So you're dropping your chest down and then you're moving to the side. You're bringing it all the way around, trying to open up the shoulder blades, taking it down. You can let the head go round as well. But remember, when you go in one direction, you then have to change direction. And then if you feel like just letting go, so let your body just kind of move anywhere it wants to. You might kind of push back, keeping them hands on the floor, and you'll feel that stretch through the sides. And then we're going to sit back. So that's just a nice way just to start to move the spine. And it's a gentle way. It's a nice way in the morning to kind of wake up the body, wake up that spine, get it into the right position. So we're going to take it into camel. You can do camel, single or double or active. So single is bringing it, pushing the hips, tilting the hips under, reaching back and placing the hand on the heel. There's another one up in the air. You can have the foot tucked under so that you can reach here, or you can have a block and take it up slightly higher. You can even get a chair and have it there so if you didn't want to go back too far. From there, you're lifting up. You could take the other hand round and place it onto the feet. And then to do more of an active one, you're coming up and down. Now it's your choice, it's your body. So I don't want you to force and think, oh, I've got to do that one because everybody else is doing it. I'm going to start in single camel. I'll then move into full camel. I'll do one on each side and then I'll do a couple of active ones. Choose your own version, okay? Again, I want you to think about you, not to be watching what I'm doing, because otherwise you're here going, what you doing now? And it's got to be all about you. So think about what you're doing, where you're moving, how you can move the hips a little bit further forward to try and reach down to the body. Okay? Let your belly go, so no holding your stomach muscles, otherwise you won't be able to twist back. You've got to let everything go. Let it get a nice stretch. So bringing yourself up. I would always say start with an arm lift, so breathing in, and always as you're going back, it's a breath in. Once you've reached there, you can breathe out. When you're ready, you might have a rest in hero. And then always go back in and do it one more time. Then I'm going to do an active one now. So I'm going to push it up and down. You can stay with doing single, double, and static. It's up to you. Yeah, holding on, but you're holding on to your heels as you're doing it. So here we go again. Next. Bringing it down. Lovely. So we're going to take it into elbow plank. I'm going to move my padding up from the elbows this time. Now plank is again one of them things, it's your own plank. I'm going to get us into it and then I might take a walk around just in case I need to adjust it slightly. With elbow plank, your hands can be here, they can be here. It doesn't matter, wherever they are. It's where the elbows and the shoulders are. That's the main thing. That's what's going to keep you up. So I tend to do that, and then I tend to bring my fingers out, but you don't have to. Sometimes I do that one. I have my hands everywhere. So don't worry about where my hands are. There's no special place. I'm going to turn to the side. Now, all planks can start here. The idea is that you're getting your shoulders up and out and you're pushing into the elbow. You're tucking the toes and you're lifting the knee. And it might be that you're just lifting your belly off the floor, squeezing your stomach muscles in and holding it here, but keeping the hips down. That's okay. Okay, that can be part of the plank. Or you can push up onto the knees and squeeze them stomach muscles again. You might take one leg off, you might take two legs off. It doesn't matter. As long as you feel that you're in the right place and you're not here with your body kind of loop, because otherwise it's right on the lower back, or here. Because then you're in dog food. So choose your position. You're going to hold it for 5 breaths. And again, your breaths are your breaths, my breaths are mine. Your breaths. Because then I start counting, I count the breaths and I'm like, oh, I've gone too far now. That's why I don't do counting, I just do breaths. And your breaths. So choose your position where you want your arms to be. Bring your shoulders back and down. Bring yourself up onto your knees or lift your belly, whichever you prefer. And then when you're ready, lift up. Hold it here. Love. And then bringing it back down. Lovely. So let your elbows come out, let your head go down, let your toes relax, shake your bum. We are going to do it again. Now this time, only if you thought, oh, actually that wasn't too bad. You could then take it a little bit higher by doing a knee tap. So let me show you the knee tap first. So again, we're tucking everything in, shoulders back. You're coming up and you're just tapping one knee on the floor. Doing 5, 10 taps on each side. Then up to you. Now when you're ready, you don't have to do the taps. That's a hold. So when you're ready, lift. And relax. Turn the arms out. Let the head go down, release the legs. Take your ball. So we're going to take it into Sphinx. Now, Sphinxes are, we always call this the first part of Cobra, but it's also the first part of your spine that it starts to stretch. And that's the important bit. People think, oh, it's the easy Cobra, but it's got a reason for it. It starts right at the top of the spine and stretches from here down to around there. Then Cobra takes it from there down to about here, and then upward facing dog takes it from here all the way to here. So it has its reasons for it. That's what we need to do. We should always start with Sphinx. So Sphinx is underneath our elbows underneath our shoulders. We're imagining that we're sliding our elbows backwards. And as we kind of do that, it pushes the chest forward. We're again trying to lift the chest, the head up. We're tucking that chin in and we're looking up. And as soon as you do that, you'll feel as if something's pulling from your belly button upwards. It stretches the whole of the front of the chest. It's immensely powerful. It's working them big back muscles. Now, if you wanted, you could push into the top of your feet and lift your knees slightly off the floor. So not into your toes. Keep your toes down. You're just pushing into the top of your feet. And so now, all the muscles down through the back are working. And all the muscles at the front of the body are stretching. So we're going to release the arms, turn them out, bring the top of the head down and straight at the bum. As you can see, it's not the easy form of Cobra. It has its own strengths that we need to sometimes tap into. Now you can stay there, or for the next one, you could see if you could push up to Cobra. So we're keeping our elbows here. We're having our hands out, and our hands are kind of in that, instead of being here this time or anywhere else, they're here. They're going to come into a half of a push. We're again lifting out, we're pulling the elbows back. We're tucking the chin in, we're looking up. We're pushing into the top of the feet. And now we're seeing if we can lift the elbows off the floor, but without the shoulders moving up. If the shoulders move up, stay down. But still just give a little push into the hands. That's it. That's it. Lovely. And you start. Yeah, it's stretching. How long ago to the operation? Oh, you've got no problem. It'll, yeah, what tends to happen is as it heals, it's been sewn like that. But because that front, we all tend to go forward, it slips over. So you get like a lip. What you can feel is you're kind of trying to do this. Yeah, it will, as soon as you lift that chin. Yeah. What it wants to do is to pull that right back to being straight and nice and flat. It'll never rip it for 3 years. It's not ripping. But because it's sticky, it's quite it feels like it's ripping, but it is. It's like, imagine if you've got something sticky together and you pulled it apart, you'd see kind of like, it's quite hard. It's exactly the same inside. So it won't rip, but it does feel. But don't let it, if it hurts, stop. But it is really good because it's opening that part of the stomach where it's actually flipped over. And then when you're ready, bring it down. And just give yourself, again, a nice little shake. Now, the good thing about back bends is that they make you really sleepy as well. So hopefully tonight you will have an absolutely lovely sleep. So we're going to take it into a floating cobra. So this is lifting our chest, but without using our hands. So you bring your hands underneath here as if you're going to do a cobra, but the hands are here. And as you breathe in, you're just lifting yourself up. You're breathing out, going back down, but you're breathing in, you're lifting. And again, bring the arms in, let the head go down. Give your bum a little shake. Again, we'll do one more of those. So bringing the hands underneath as if you're about to push. Tuck the chin in, breathe in, lift, breathe out, take it down. And again, bring it down. Drop your head so that you're straight, stretching that neck. So this next one is a back strengthener. And you're just going to try and move slowly side to side. So with the hands on the head, you're just going to try and move over to one side, over to the other side. You're going to try and do 5 on each side, but if you do 2, and you do, stop, have a rest, back to here, take your bum, have another go, lifting up, okay? It's not pulling on the head, your fingers are just gently resting here, and you're trying to pull the elbows back, but you're just moving the body side to side. It's called a Japanese back stretch, a strengthener, but it's a back strengthener. So we're lifting up and we're going side to side. And again, have a rest. Again, we're going to bring ourselves in, hands on our head, lift, move side to side. and relax. So we bring ourselves back up into our Sphinx pose. We're going to work our lower back, start from there. So I'm going to turn around. So with our upper back lifted, we're going to flex our feet and we're going to walk on the ceiling. So you're going to lift one up and then the other one. And let the legs drop. Turn the toes out so that the legs are kind of, the toes are going onto the side, so going into a kind of frog pose. And again, just let the upper body. Yeah. So again, when you're ready, bringing yourself under, bringing the knees in. See if you can do it with a straight leg. If that's too much, then take it back to the bed. Turn the toes out. Let the upper body relax. Give a little shake. So we're going to take it into pose of a bow. So we'll do a single bow, and then we'll do a double bow, if we can. Otherwise, you'll do two single bows. But this is more of a upward facing bow. So normally with a bow, I get you to grab the ankle. But with upward facing bow, we try to hold on to the toes. So from there, we're taking ourselves into Sphinx pose. We're pointing our toe, we're grabbing our foot, and we're lifting our foot up in the air. Now, if it's too much, take it back to bow and lift up. And you'll find that that's a little bit easier. And then we're taking it down. We're bringing the other foot up. We're grabbing hold. We're lifting. And relax. So just take a few seconds, few breaths. So like I said, you can do another single one, or we'll try double. Okay. So when we're ready. Hold your toes. Hold your toes. That's it. That's it. And again, relax. We up for one more of those? I'm going to do it sideways. There you go. Or if we were doing singles, then you just do a second single. Grabbing the toes. Push away, lift. And again, let the body relax. So we'll take it into our last one, which is a upside down boat. So we're lifting our arms at the back, and we're going to lift our feet off the floor as well. So we're lifting everything kind of up into a boat position. So you're bringing your hands behind, grabbing hold of your hands wherever you can, pulling your shoulders back, trying to lift them up, lift the head up, lift the legs. And again, relax. When we push back into charge, you're going to love it. You'll be like, oh! So you got one more of these. So bringing the hands together, lifting them up. Pull the shoulders back, lift the arms, lift the legs. And then relax. Okay. The next one is going to be our child position. So you're bringing your arms underneath your shoulders, tucking your toes. You're going to push up, and you're going to push back. You can drop your toes and stretch back, keeping them a hand into the floor, as if someone's pulling your palm back down onto your heels. Take your legs slightly wide so that your chest, belly, everything can go in between. Feel that stretch on that lower back. You're going to come up onto your hands and knees. We're going back again. So our hands are down. We're going to go again, back. But we're going to take our left hand, turn the palm up and bring it underneath and try and place our head down on the floor, but use our top hand to kind of push them hips down. You feel this stretching out the upper body, but you'll feel it a little bit in the lower body, but we'll do lower body in a few minutes. So again, coming up. I'm going to take it to the other side so the hand goes under. So pushing back. Feel that stretch the shoulder. On the floor. We're bringing it back out. We're bringing ourselves down onto our back. We're going to stretch our lower back and the sides. So if we take our left foot and stretch it out, bring our right foot up towards us and pull that knee into the chest. And point the toes, flex the toes. Just do something with them. This pulling stretches the bum muscle and you'll feel it through the hamstrings at the top. We're going to keep the knee bent. It's our right leg. We're going to hold it with our left hand. And we're going to bring it all the way across. Even if the body turns, so that we bring the knee down onto the floor. But now we're going to try and turn the upper body and try and bring the right shoulder back down onto the floor. But we're keeping that leg down by using our hand. We can stretch our right arm out. And that gravity will help push it down. We're going to bring the arm back. And then we're going to roll back to our back. Bring our right leg down. I'll do it backwards. So again, we're taking the right foot out. We're putting the left leg in. Having a nice stretch. So then our right hand's got our left leg, and we're going all the way over. So the knees down. We're taking the left arm out, and even if the shoulder doesn't touch the floor, we're just letting gravity do the work. Keep hold of that left leg so it doesn't roll back. Bring the arm back over. Roll the body back. Bring the leg down. So we're going to do that one more time. But this time when we bring the leg out, we're going to straighten the leg. So we'll have two legs going opposite direction and the arm reaching out. Again, we're just trying to get that shoulder to come down. We're going to hold that leg up. We don't want it to slide it down. Hold it with your arm. So we're going to bend the knee, bring the arm in, and roll back. Last one, changing sides. Take the leg out, roll over, stretch the leg out, take the arm, try and get the shoulder to the floor. And again, bend the knee, bring the arm in, roll onto your back, pull the two knees in towards you, and let the legs drop. So we're going to bring ourselves into our relaxation. So you can go into corpse pose, or you can be in adaptive corpse pose where you bring the knees together, tilt the pelvis to the back side flat, and just adjust the head so the chin's tucked in. You could bring your fingers into your manifestation of wealth. So the two fingers are touching your thumb, and after the two fingers, you're ringing your little finger touching the palm, and you're just letting them kind of drop by the side of you. We're going to turn the lights out. Remember, this is to do with calming the body. It gets rid of mucus and infected sinuses. But it's about your heartfelt desires. What do you want? Imagine it, see it, feel it. There, I think that will move. Your turn. Would you like to stretch out? Putting the knee to chest. Placing it in the ground. Stay here.
Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Buddhaye Nishpapanchaya Shanthaya Shri Shivanandaya Te Namah Shri Shivanandaya Te Namah Om Sarvamangale Shive Sarvasatike Sharanam Narayani Namastude Narayani Namastude.
Thank you very much for doing it. No, it was weird. Yeah.
Feel pulse. I know there is my heartbeat, so I can feel it pulse on both sides all the way to all the time.